Hello, my dear subscribers, and I'm rising. I'm Maria the Clairvoyant, and I'm gonna be doing a general reading for the month of June 2018 for the sign of Virgo. Okay, and if you guys know, my name is right here. Stick to this box. And I want you to know I'm not a professional video maker. My videos are as they come along. I'm not here to do those funny videos on this. I am only having a few subscribers, and if you're willing to subscribe to my channel or donate, you're welcome to go to my webpage, and you can donate through my PayPal account. However, with that said, to those that haven't seen how my readings go, I use the regular tarot and I close the regular reading with the oracle. In this case, I'm going to do a general using the tarot that I've been using for a couple of months. And the love, I'm using the romance tarot. Okay? So with that said, dear Virgos, I'm going to start your reading. And remember, subscribe to my channels. The more people I get into my channel, the more I could do for you guys. I don't do weeklies. I don't believe in doing weeklies, but starting this month, I'm also going to do our oracle. I'm going to be going live, hopefully on Wednesdays. It'll be Wednesday or Thursday for an hour, answering questions. And I'm also going to do the pick your card. Okay, love and light in just a moment. Like I said, the cards that I'm going to be using this time, the oracles, is the Buddhist written cards to close the general reading, and the crystal wisdom card to close the love reading. So with that said, Virgo, your foundation is the Chariot. Okay, so for those that have the Chariot energy, you're either going on a trip, okay, or if you're really not going on a trip anywhere in particular, you might be dealing with someone that has the sign of Cancer. That's the Cancer energy. If that's not the case, that person doesn't necessarily have to be a Cancer. It could be just be careful. The Chariot means movement. This Chariot means that you're moving somewhere. Either you work far and you have to take a long distance to go to that particular place, or you may just have to take care of your car. It could be that too. So it's all different kind of things that can be done or need to be done if you have that energy. Okay, so this is the foundation. Some of you might be going somewhere on a trip. Some of you Virgos might be either relocating because of work, because of school, or you travel to work and it's a long distance. And if that's the case, be careful on the road at night time, because people drive like crazies. And the reason why I'm saying is a foundation. Maybe your car has problems, you need to fix it, or maybe you need to pay attention to what's going on your vehicle. Okay, so that's for some of you, either moving, going on a trip, and sometimes when you go on a trip, some people get a little stressed out on this trip and you have to go. And maybe because another thing is that you have the 5 disc, and this is the 5 coins, which is when you don't have enough money, and maybe you're doing this trip, but you don't have that money or enough money for this trip. Are you debating between going by car or going by plane? But that's not enough. Some of you had the Prince of Disc. So maybe Virgos, this is your energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Okay, This could be that that's your energy. Virgos are pentacles, so it could be that you're a young energy, and as you're being the Prince of Disc, you have to really, you're going to probably go somewhere. This is a child energy, so, or maybe if you're an adult and this is your child, but this is your path, and what's crossing you, it have to do with some kind of slow change. Maybe you're going to a job and this job is not giving you what you want, and you feel that you're not making enough money, or you're not ending and meet end, and maybe that's what your problem is. You're making money, but it's not enough. Maybe you feel that you should be making more. If you have bills to pay, let's say you have to pay for your apartment or your house, whatever you live, and you're making money, but not as much as you could. The foundation for you is the victory cards, which somehow you're gonna be victorious with that's what's beneath you, in something that you were putting your mind to. If this is the case that you had to go to work because you don't have enough money, maybe you do get another job, but the job is coming to you, but it's not happening. But now you feel victorious because maybe you got a phone call and some news came along about this job, and now you feel happy about it. This could also represent that something that has to do with either finances or actually work itself, a job in a specific, and you feel happy because somebody may call you about this job, and now you feel a little bit better because there's some kind of victory going on. Here you have the Six of Cups, which means that you in the past were happily enjoying your life, but this time you're not as happy. You get the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups energy is when you're not really happy, Virgo, right now. Probably this card represents relationships. You might be in the Seven of Cups energy, which is maybe you are not happy because you're a disillusion, or maybe you had an illusion with someone, but that illusion is no longer there. Be careful to those Virgos, because Virgos can be very much into drug addictions, as well as every sign can be into drugs, because that's the lower self of the sign. And I'm going to try to do a video that for people that have a higher self, you will not do drugs, you will not intoxicate yourself. However, if you guys see my personality traits videos, that's one part of you that if things go down, you can get into that depression, and you can get into intoxication, guilt, lying, and deceit, unfulfilled promises. Some of you might be getting into those kind of dissipation of love or friendship. Maybe you lose your love, you lost your friendship, because of some lie that you did or somebody did to you. And see, in here you have the Seven of Wands. Here is telling you to have like the courage. Okay, maybe if you have difficulties with someone in a specific, maybe you need to have the courage to go and speak to that person. Maybe you need to balance this energy. See, if you see it, this is mainly about a balanced energy. You're in the middle, and no matter what falls behind you or around you, you're still in the center. Okay, so maybe it's these obstacles that you had, and now you need to take the courage to go and speak to someone. If this is in the right job situation, your job might be in jeopardy and you don't know, but you stand still, and you stand still. If this is a job relationship, maybe this sadness is not because of a loved one. It could be about a job that you had, a person or people that you work, and now they're no longer there, but you're still standing there, and there is problems going on around you. Okay, the card that you have here for yourself as who you are right now is the Ace of Swords, meaning that you're gonna fight to the end. Let's say if this has to do with your job right now, you're gonna fight to the end to get this job done, to talk to the people that you need to talk to in reference to this job. if this is a relationship part, you need to talk to that person, because I feel that there is no more happiness with you. You're very sad person in the feeling section. You were happy in the past, but you're no longer happy. Job wise, in the job house, you're not as you aren't standing still, but it may be something going on. Some of you that believe in the esoteric, or might look for someone to help you. Here is telling you to the magus. Here, back in the with this tarot, what's printed, the magician is the person that a lot of people used to go to see what's going on with your life, or and they give you the answers for the problem. So in here, you may look for someone that is a tarot card reading that practice reiki to either balance your energies, okay, you yourself, or you, because you're looking for the answer for it, because there's a lot of interference going on. You have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords represent problems, people lying, people cheating. Aces is this the ones who represent communication. Like here, you can have miscommunication. Sometimes what happens with people nowadays is that they don't communicate well, because everything is in the middle. Maybe is instead of saying this, they say something else. The interference is like maybe there's suggestions that they're telling you, but to me it's like it's a card of struggles. Like sometimes you don't know how to say something. It happens to me when I'm doing the videos, and sometimes I'm stuck and I don't know how to tell you something, and it's in my mind but it's not. And sometimes what happens is that you can interpret things your own way. I'm doing these readings in general, and some people come and tell me, well, some people just say it doesn't resonate. It's okay, because I cannot resonate with all of you, because this is not a personal reading. I will try to do accurate to 100% on my regular readings, on 95 to 100, but I cannot do that with a general reading, because you are in different stages of life. You could be 20, you can be 40, you could be 60. However, your spiritual life, you might be in different levels too, not just age-wise in the physical body, but in the spiritual section. Where are you? How much do you believe? And all of these cards are all based. These readings are representative of healing yourself, and it's about faith. The last card that you have the three of wands. So I feel this reading is more for the job scenario, and even though there's struggles going on, interference going on, you're still gonna be grounded. You're still gonna be succeeding on that part, okay, Virgo? See, these things, the camera does it by itself. I don't do that, but anyway, so in that part you're gonna be okay. So I'm going to try to clarify what's going on with Virgo for June 2008 and the Seven of Cups. Where is the sadness going on with Virgo? What's going on with Virgo that Virgo is so sad about this? And is this has to do with her job, love, or friendship? Angels or guys, try to bring any kind of energy to the problem that Virgo has at this point. Is it a family member? Well, you have the sadness is in the love section. You get the lovers. So I think that in the job situation for Virgo, you're doing okay, but your pain and suffering has to do with lovers. In this section, in these cards, the lovers could be the person that is with you. Maybe you are falling out of love, and it happens to people all the time. After 10-year marriage, 20 years of marriage, people fall out of love. So maybe in that house you are going through some kind of changes. This could mean that see if people see this card. In this card, the card number 6, the Lovers, is a black little boy and a white little boy. It's a black and a white person, adult, if you guys can see that. And to me, what this represents is that when the Lovers, if you remember Adam and Eve, when they were they gave birth to their children, they gave birth to Cain and Abel, and they had some kind of they were, Cain and Abel, if you guys remember, they fought each other, they fought against each other. So this card is like, you, because I'm trying to connect these cards over here. At some point, you were happy in this relationship. I think that you feel that this is what it takes. Okay. And you had a good relationship, but now the relationship has gotten worse. And why? I think that the reason why this relationship is because the love is no longer there, and now you have children involved, probably some of you, and now you're trying to see what's best thing is for the children. That's why I feel that the Lovers card comes along, because of Cain and Abel with this oracle. With this tarot. If this would be the regular love tarot, you would see Adam and Eve in a happy place. But this tarot that I'm using has the children, so you might be having problems because there is children involved. So some of you that might be going through this drama. Okay, this is the word that I'm going to say. I did clarify that card because I feel that that's the most important one. And let me see what's the interference that they have, the fears that Virgo has with this interference card. And let's see what card comes up. You had the truth. It's like, this is the 4 wands. I'm sorry, not the 4 wands, the 4 swords. So in here, you need to take action and talk and say what you have to say. The cards of air or swords represent communication. So you probably need to communicate what's going on. You probably need to tell them how you feel. What is it that you want in this job? If this is a job relationship, job problem. So actually, I feel like you need to just talk what you have to say, because if you remember, swords are conflict. So there, whatever conflict is going on, it's actually swords here. You're gonna come out this interference, and you are gonna settle this somehow. Whatever argument is going on, whatever fears you have, whatever argument, whatever conversation you have with whoever it is gonna be, you are gonna be going into this energy that you're gonna speak to someone. I'm gonna tell you what card came out for the reading of this card. I'm trying to connect these cards with this card with these cards, and this will be the message from the oracle. It says, pure effort. Alignment is not your birthright. Those who succeed do so only through proper effort. Ramana Maharshi. Consider all spiritual teaching as an intellectual exercise to be practiced daily. Diligently and with discipline, this constant effort to maintain your daily practice is central to all spiritual practice that brings out personal transformation. A purity card. You're getting a purity card. The purity card says, drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering a little and a little, fills himself with good, Buddha. Okay, this purity card represents the fundamental principles of the Noble Eightfold Path. These 8 daily practices attain the purity of your wisdom as well as ethical action and awareness. They set a course in wise actions for you to embrace your Buddha nature. And the card says, many spiritual masters were inspired to walk the Buddha path because they saw how the Buddha understood the mind and freed his heart from all kinds of human suffering. Purified of effort refers to the mental effort required to understand the nature of this world in relation to your own life experience. Moreover, you are encouraged to practice daily, diligently, and with discipline. Your consciousness efforts is dominated, inner strength and unshakable commitment will bring about lightness when encountering darkness, hope when experiencing self-doubt or disappointment, love when faced with hatred, and joy instead of sadness. This emphasis on maintaining your daily practice is central to all spiritual practices that bring about personal transformation and will enable you to be aware and awake to each moment in terms of how you live your life. And this pure constant effort leads to self-mastery. Reflection. Have you ever forced something to happen in an unskillful way for your own benefit and cause unhappiness to others? Write down a list of areas of your life where you have applied your skillful efforts and it has benefited yourself and others. So, see, this is basically telling you sometimes you need to do some kind of transformation in your life because sometimes we purposely may do things to others just to benefit us. I think this happens a lot sometimes in some job situations or sometimes, for example, I could say that I had a friend years ago that she married her husband because of her bank account, and she literally told me, and I don't believe in that because I believe that you were married. Nowadays most people marry for money, not for love. And what happens is that she eventually had children for this husband and this and that. They're still married, but there is a cheating going on in that relationship. So I just feel that sooner or later that relationship is going to end. And I've seen it many times, people divorcing, because at the end of the road, if you didn't do it out of love, which is that greatest energy of all, higher than money, you will break apart. Maybe when the children grow up, 90% of the time, most people get separated. Some people can handle it, some fixed signs, or some people with strong character, they end up separating earlier or divorcing earlier. However, some stay together, especially when the woman doesn't work. So at that point, I feel that most relationships end up breaking apart. But when the woman doesn't work, they wait until the kids is at age. So I'm just saying, sometimes people do things for others for their own benefit, and in life things don't work that way. You're supposed to benefit both of us. That's what the job is supposed to benefit, both of us. So I hope this card generating is good for you, Virgo. Now I'm going to take 3 cards, 1 for the singles, 2 for the married, and 2 for the ones that are separated. I mean, are in a relationship, but you are in your house and I'm in my house. You make your own money and I make my own money. We see each other because we like to be with each other, but not because we have to. Okay, it's because we want to. Okay. It's not a I have to. Okay. So for the singles, Virgo, the no relationship, divorce, you could be a divorced person. Right now you have the 6 of Cups. You are not interested in being with anybody in particular. You're dating, you're seeing what's out there, what's available for you. you don't really want to be in a relationship with anyone. Okay, you're probably working, celebrating, hanging out with your friends, and you're not hanging out person. Okay, I mean, you're not like a marriage material, girlfriend material right now. You're just tasting the waters and maybe talking to like 2 or 3 people at the same time, but not being faithful to anyone in particular. For the married ones, you have the 3 of coins. And some of you that are married or living together, the 3 of coins is a card that you're working into this. You work yourself up. You're working like a dog, probably into this relationship. You work, you're a workaholic. Okay, not just you work for your own money, but you're just working. And I understand that Virgos have a tendency to think that they're going to lose all their money for some reason. So that's why they need to work like there is no tomorrow. Okay. So some of you are working into this relationship and working into this relationship like there is no tomorrow, no matter what. So you don't care what's around you, just concentrated on work. And others, you had the death. Okay, this is a transformation card. Death means that if you were in a relationship, those feelings for the person are no longer there. Okay, you either you or the other person, but because it's for you, Virgo, I feel like you need to transform. You need to change certain things about yourself, because death is about a rebirth. Something's gonna happen or has happened to you already that you need to that you need to change. Whatever it is, this represents the sign of a Scorpio. If you are not involved with a Scorpio person, this will represent a change. Okay, this can represent one transformation. Something have to change in your relationship. If you continue to be with this relationship, you may have to go to some kind of counseling, or you have to break the relationship. It's always 2 sides of every story, and there is always a way to try to save something, but it have to be both willing to save that. Okay, to those that are not living together and you have a relationship and you travel to see each other, you don't live in the same house, you don't live in the same apartment, or in the same town, you still have a not too long of a distant relationship, but it's a distant one. You have a very good relationships. You have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Some of you are going to take the relationship to the next level. Some of you are going to delay, and some of you already feel that this is the woman for you. If you see the 10 of Cups, this is a completion of what right now, this is, you had decided this is the person that I want to stay with, and this one you're going to take the relationship to the next level, which is number 10. So the ones that are not living together at this point are in a very good relationship. Okay, and those that are married are not in the best relationship. Some of you are going to get into a separation or a divorce. Some of you are too busy working, while if you're the one working, your wife is already celebrating, hanging out, and or if you're the woman working, your man is up there just taking care of himself and just doing whatever. Okay, it's up to you. I'm gonna clarify the marriage situation here. Some of you have the 4 of Cups, so some of you are working into this marriage because some of you are really married. Probably those that are going to change the situation may end up getting married if you're just living together, and some others it all depends. On some others, may end up breaking that relationship up, or they're going to work as hard as possible to keep this relationship together. We'll see how long it's going to last. For the month of June, you're still working on this scenario. We don't know what July is going to bring, but for now, you guys are working hard on keeping the relationship together. Maybe you don't want to get a divorce, but that's up to you. The card for healing for you, Virgo, you receive the card number 12, Quantum Quattro. It's a multidimensional vibration healing card. And so, you know, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about what this card represents. And it says, the healing vibration has a fine and light resonance, the frequency of soul, multidimensional healing and rebalancing and well-being on every level. It helps you to understand what will make your soul more at ease with your body and bring things into manifestation. So whatever you want to manifest, this stone is going to help you. Quantum Quattro has amazing healing power and the dramatic effort of physical vitality. It brings about an energetic shift and integration. Self-understanding. You are an extremely complex person who's seeking holiness within yourself. Examine all facets of your personality, especially those you hide from yourself or others. Accept those of value. Find the gift hidden deep within mistakes. Forgive and let go. Release yourself from codependency and abusive relationships. Heal your inner child. Recognize the resources you have to draw on. Divination. Karmic aspect need healing. Your question is nowhere near as straightforward as it seems, so dig deep and see all sides. The power of the whole is much greater than its component parts. Once you have all the information, you are invisible and evolve rapidly. Healing insight. Recognizing that you cannot heal anyone else or influence their behavior enhances your own well-being. The frequency of this stone is high. The chakra is all, energy is all. The timing is Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. The soul path is holistic healing for the soul. So I feel that some of you have issues that you need to heal, internal issues. And as long as you don't heal your issues, you may not get to this level of your marriage. Because I feel that some of you is internal issues that you have. To those that are single, maybe these people are in the higher vibration, maybe because you already, not single, but you're already going into a second relationship, maybe a second marriage, and that's the reason why you're living separate. Or even if you were never married, but you live together with someone, second opportunity for yourself. So you are in a higher level. And the ones that are married are not. So I feel that you need to work on yourself more to make sure that this marriage doesn't fall apart. It's about yourself. It's not about the other person. It's about you, Virgo. Things that you need to, the pain that you had as a child, you have to let go. Whatever it is. Sometimes parents treat woman better than the other daughter. They got two sisters, then you have a brother, and then if you are from a broken family, they treat the boy better than the girl girl better than the boy. Or even if it's two boys, but one is from one father, one is from the other, they hate the father, hate the son, hate the mother, hate the daughter. Relationships like that. So love and light, my dear Virgos. I hope this resonates with some of you, and the ones that need specific situations. I clarified this reading, so please feel free to contact me, mariatheclairvoyant.com. Go to my channel, go to my website, read the instructions, and I'm happy to email you anything you need to know. And I see you in the next video. Love and light, and I see you. Take care. Bye bye.